Celebrating 150 years. KSSB Vision. The right help at the right time in the right location for students with visual impairments. As video plays, words and photos flash on the screen. Old photo of teen getting an eye exam. The right help. Kids pose in front of a school bus. At the right time. Teacher and two students at a table. In the right location. Circle of kids sitting on a gym floor. 4 students with visual impairments. Kids riding trikes on a track. Girl typing on a computer. 2 kids holding trophies. 2 kids sledding. 3 cheerleaders with arms up from 1867. Kids outside in uniforms. To 2017. Male in cap and gown, female getting certificate. Celebrating 150 years. Aerial view of school as Christian Pewitt speaks.
I graduated class of 2011 from KSSB. I am a current teacher education student at what is now Mid-American Nazarene University.
I graduated the school, Kansas School for the Blind, in '79.
I'm Beulah Carrington. I graduated in 1950. My favorite memory while I was here is what we did in the classrooms, because the teachers were so thorough.
Teachers and staff were mostly my favorite just because of how much they cared and wanted us to try and do our best and succeed, and then know that, you know, we're not perfect and help us when we needed it. I think my public speaking coach had probably the most impact because she showed me that public speaking can be fun, and obviously a skill that I need as being a teacher. You have to speak.
I'm just gonna say most of them gave over 110%, and they expected it back from us.
You see where you are? He doesn't have dots on this, so here's your first fret second. Okay, you know where you are?
I think my favorite teacher of all time was Mrs. Nita Mae Auble. She taught typing, among other things. She had the patience of a saint. She would say, now, it isn't practice makes perfect, it's good practice makes perfect. And I know that without my ability to type accurately, I would never have had the job that I've had now for about 17 years. I work for the Louisville Metro Police Department as a transcriber for the Major Crimes Division.
My sight gradually declined, so I started public school in Olathe and attended here from about 7th grade to graduation. It was very frustrating. My body's changing and my eyes are changing all at once. Well, the things that I've learned here that really helped me, besides the academic of reading, writing, really just the life skills that I learned in the dorm, through the daily living to the social really just skills for lifelong learning.
You know, dorm life to me taught me a lot about getting along with everyone.
1, 2, 3.
We were like one big family, I remember, because I do consider the people that I graduated with and a lot of the house parents that we had and the teachers. I mean, it was like it was a family, because it brings you a lot closer to people. You just bond with people in a much deeper way than you would just in a normal public school or even a private school type of situation.
There are a lot of memories that I treasure from KSSB. I don't know that I could ever choose just one.
They would take us on walks around the lake or up on Minnesota Avenue.
Some of my favorite memories were of like being a part of the wrestling team, because blind schools only had one school per state. And so we traveled around and went from state to state, and we just had so much fun.
Competition is huge, and that played a huge part in the character building of my life.
Swimmers, take your mark.
Swimming and track and cheerleading.
We participated in a sports car rally, but it was really nice that we could participate with people outside of the school community.
I participated in track, wrestling, goalball, downhill skiing with a guide, forensics, and some yell leading. Besides participating in the athletic sports, I also participated in just recreational stuff that I really feel honored to be a part of. Because if you don't come here, you really can't participate in the social and athletic part of school.
I mean, it's really true that you need to focus and just absorb like a sponge everything that you can from this school, because it's such a wonderful school. in that you have teachers that are experts in every area. In the academics, you have teachers that are expert in mobility. You have an expert teaching you Braille. You know that these teachers, that they're really gonna, pave your road to you being on the fast track of life and doing a darn good job.
I really had a good memory of KSSB. But one day I was looking at my email, maybe about 10 or 15 years ago, and they were going to discuss closing KSSB. I said, I got to go down there and say something for KSSB. I think it's really great that if you don't have to stay here all the time, or maybe none at all, and go to public school and have a visual teacher to help you, you don't have the same thoroughness, because the teachers don't have that much time to teach you individually. And if you're still living at home, a lot of the parents will coddle the children when they're visually impaired. I think it's important that the school remains open and is here.
Students and teachers with Governor Jones Finney. Students on Missouri River Queen. Student in woodshop. Black and white photo. People looking at a man seated at a table. A pyramid of students looking through car tires. Student walking with cane. At a picnic table, teacher and student with a rabbit. Practicing CPR. KSSB building in black and white. Black and white photo of student using a CCTV. Student reading with a Braille display. Outdoor photo of students wearing graduation gowns. Celebrating 150 years. Kansas State School for the Blind logo. Established 1867. Home of the Eagles.